Welcome back to Minneapolis, Minnesota. We are in the Hubert H. Humphrey Metrodome for the THQ AMA Supercross Series and the THQ World Supercross GP. Cameron Steele, Jamie Little, and I'm Todd Harris, and that is one tough South African, Grant Langston, who just so happens to be the subject of tonight's Nissan Rider Profile.
Hi, I'm Grant Langston. I'm number 8 and I ride for the KTM factory. I'm from Durban, South Africa. I was born and raised there and raced a couple of years professionally in Europe, and now I'm living here in the good old US and live down in Southern California where the sun shines. I love living in America because great weather, great people, a lot of beautiful women. I have a great girlfriend here in America now. I enjoy racing over here. And I just love the whole lifestyle. My family now lives here, and this is my new home now. I've raced 125 for many years, and I had a good time there. But now I'm glad to be up on the 250 and racing against the big boys. My dream was always, ever since a kid, to come to the US and race. I always wanted to kind of follow in Greg Albertine's footsteps, and he came over here, and I'm here racing, and I love every moment of it, and. He was kind of always my idol, so I'm glad to be following in his footsteps.
As we take a look at the Suzuki starting grid for the main event, Wyndham, LaRocco, Way, Reed, Hamlin, Voss, Short, Byrne, Villeman, and Langston. It is a veritable who's who of Supercross racing. The 30 board is straight up. Damon Huffman's there, as is Jason Thomas, and he'll be running the onboard. Cameron, this is a tough one because Chad Reed did have his problems in the qualifying.
Now look at these guys lined up side by side. This is going to be a good one. The board is sideways. They're ready to go racing. And Langston getting together with someone getting a bad start there.
Chad Reed right now sits about 5th place, getting shuffled back, but watch him come to the pack. Wyndham right now in a perfect position.
And Andrew Short tripling through that rhythm section. The only rider able to do it, very few riders doing it at all. He does it on the first lap, and see if he can stay ahead of Kevin Wyndham, who's rallying in the whoops.
So the race is on. Andrew Short takes him into the green flag lap. Kevin Wyndham goes to the inside. Does he have to drive to triple out? They look at each other. It'll be Wyndham in the perfect position to take over first place. Where's Chad Reed? He currently sits in 5th place, just behind number 12, the Cobra, David Villeman. So Kevin Wyndham has just what he wants. Clear sailing out in front. Remember, they're going 20 laps. Does he have the fitness to make it happen tonight in Minneapolis?
That's definitely something to ask about. And a hole shot, some action going on.
Here's the Butterfinger hole shot replay. Keep your eye to the right of the screen. Wyndham just goes right to the front, will not be denied, hugs that block. Actually, Michael Byrne had a good run as well.
So Burner getting to the stripe first, getting that hole shot. Wyndham right now clean out in front.
Chad Reed has moved up to 4th place, so it's Kevin Wyndham out in front. Byrne, then Andrew Short, and then Chad Reed, number 22. He's looking to make it 3 in a row. Right behind him is his teammate, number 12, David Villeman. And that is your top 4 right now. This is the 250 main event. And folks, the good news is we're just getting started.
And the bad news for everybody else is the 22 was better than half a second a lap faster in practice today than everybody else. And there you see Andrew Short doing something that Chad Reed didn't do. Not something you see every day.
Well, you talked about Kevin Wyndham and his mechanics saying he was back into his rhythm, back into his flow this week. He didn't have to make a stop at the appeals board, and right now it looks like it. But this is the battle in the back of the pack, the battle for 2nd place. Byrne's in there. Chad Reed trying to make a move because he does not let Wyndham get away, and Reed will pick up another position. He's now in 3rd, just ahead of Andrew Short. There's Villeman, number 12, coming into view.
And David Villeman also on the charge, and Andrew Short going underneath. All the riders keeping it really clean. Good, safe passes. Not a lot of banging going on, so everybody getting a chance to hold it wide.
Number 22 is Chad Reed. He is the current overall leader on tour. And Michael Byrne, number 26, on board the Kawasaki, currently sits in 2nd place. Right now, let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Guys, Andrew Short is the only rider out here that doesn't have a pit board. I asked his mechanic, he said, hey, he doesn't read it. He said there's too much going on. He doesn't need one. So he just twirls the towel and hopes he sees them.
That's a good point, Cameron. It's not like there's nothing else to do out there. Chad Reed right now certainly has his hands full with Michael Byrne. Number 26, Reed tries to blitz him on the inside. Byrne shuts down his line.
And Andrew Short, behind him is Eric Vallejo, and Andrew needs to just whip it up just a little bit to be able to stay up with those guys, and it looks like Burner getting a challenge here from Chad Reed. Chad going out. They're taking different lines to see if Chad tries to triple through here, and he does. There's the first triple, and he triples over, gets ahead of Burner, but can he make it stick?
The Australians are doing battle right now. Chad Reed picks up another position, so he sits in second place, and the battle is on. Can Chad Reed track down Kevin Windham? And Cameron, it is a distance. We're talking over 100 yards between Chad Reed and Windham.
And the timing, the fastest lap so far in this main event has gone to Kevin Windham of 44.172. That's incredible. So if that's the fact, look at the gap right there. Chad Reed definitely has the work cut out for him, but I want to definitely point out, there's the jump, triple. I want to point out that Chad's been working through lap traffic, and Kevin's had a clear racetrack.
Here's the battle for third. Byrne, number 26 on the Kawasaki in the left. That's number 12, David Vuillemin, coming into the picture right now. That's the area where Vuillemin had his problems earlier in the night, but right now he has got it working, going old school with the blue jersey. David Vuillemin, under the tutelage of David Bailey, the champ, worked with him, and I think he's doing wonders. And I think this is the situation where David has told me when Vuillemin gets a little angry, gets to the top four, he can work some magic.
Michael Byrne would definitely like to hold on to a podium position, but he's got a cagey vet behind him from the 250 class. And let's not forget, Andrew Short is not moving backwards here. He is not giving up on that number 32 bike. Here's that triple for Short. He doesn't get to do it. See Vuillemin looking back to see if he was coming right there.
So it's Windham, Reed, Byrne, and Vuillemin, the top four here from Minneapolis. Can Kevin Windham stand in front, or will Chad Reed track him down? Stay with us and find out. The 250 main is on from Minneapolis.
Rated E for everyone. At Rainbow Studios, we wanted even the most dangerous stuff to look realistic. So we brought in our intern, Toby.
Are you ready? Go! Go!
Thanks to him, you can do things in this game you've never done before. Like go.
Welcome back to the Metrodome in Minneapolis. That's Michael Byrne going through. He currently sits in third place here in the main event. Short is right on the back of him. And Byrne slides back as David Vuillemin has now moved ahead of him. I correct myself. Vuillemin, while we were commercial, slides just in front of Byrne. And here comes Byrne trying to get that podium position back. David Vuillemin, the KG veteran, Cameron, as you pointed out, works over that volcano-like turn. And so now it is Windham, Reed, and Vuillemin, three of the best in the business out in front.
There's a lot of riders staying right in that pack. Props to the Mexico native, Eric Vallejo, on the number 74 bike. He's right in there, not far behind Andrew Short, who looks like he's chasing up on Michael Byrne, looking for maybe a way around. He's close enough now to where he can pick a line, dodge inside, outside, inside on him. We'll see how it works.
Byrne, Short, Vallejo, and Preston. Travis Preston, one of the riders making the jump up from 125, now riding the much bigger bike. He had his problems earlier going down hard, as Jamie Little reported, hurt his wrist, but right now he's riding very nice, the number 62 bike.
And there's the triple off. Wasn't able to get a big hop out of it. Preston looking to the inside. Looks like there's a little bit of contact there with Eric Vallejo, but he makes the pass, and that's what's going to matter.
Preston, one of the taller riders, having no problems going through the whoop section. So he moves up yet another position. Preston now sits in sixth place. Eric Vallejo, number 74, trying to track him back down. And look at this. On the inside of the whoop section, Andrew Short gets a ride. Unable to maintain that drive-through there, and Michael Byrne once again holds him off. But here comes Preston, and Cameron, this is going to be interesting. When you put that four-stroke in there with those guys, how's it going to be when they go through the whoops 1, 2, and 3?
Well, the tracking is definitely, an inside move.
And all that does is open the door for Preston.
It does. We'll see if he can make a line through here, make it stick. But Andrew Short making the move on Michael Byrne. Good move to the inside, and he holds back Preston. Now we'll see if maybe that he's got past Burner, if he can keep the run alive.
And Nick Way also making the pass on Michael Byrne. So Michael Byrne losing 3 positions right there. Unfortunate for him. Travis Preston on the gas, trying to reel in Short. These guys battled 125 west for, what, 5-6 weeks out on the West Coast. Andrew Short and Travis Preston, all they've done now, Cameron, is just bump up the horsepower.
And Andrew Short's probably thinking, you know, I had to battle these 4-strokes in the 125 class on the West, and here comes a guy I was doing battle with riding a 4-stroke again. He's got to be going, arr.
Andrew Short currently sitting in 4th place with Travis Preston, number 62, right behind him. Your leader continues to be Kevin Windham, and he has got a sizable lead on 2nd place, Chad Reed, as we take a look at Travis Preston, currently sitting in 5th place. Preston, one of the guys making the jump up, not an easy thing to do, but Preston has made it look easy out of Hesperia, California, on the Honda CRF 450R AMSCO Chaparral Honda.
And he makes an adjustment in the whoops. He got a good jump in, and he moved out to the right, hoping that he could have the drive past Short. He's definitely to the point where he can try to find a line inside him. Let's see if he goes and tucks it inside here, but no. Short trying to protect it, but yes, here comes Preston inside on him. A little bit of contact.
Welcome to Supercross. Travis Preston moves up 1 position. Andrew Short, though, right behind him. And all that's done is open the door for Nick Way in the Diesel. Damon Huffman now starting to come through.
Not sure what happened to Michael Byrne on that 26 Kawasaki. He was right in the fray and then moving backwards. Now he's sitting in 8th. And Preston gapping just a little bit on Andrew Short. Not sure if he can make a move up towards Villeman.
Travis Preston, number 62, continues to motor through, and with that, let's check in with Jamie.
Guys, just a reminder, Travis Preston needs to get settled in here in the 250 class. He pointed out in San Francisco in the 125 class, that means no more 125.
Well, Travis Preston making the most of his 250 experience here, and right now, I mean, this kid he's phenomenal. He runs about, what, 6'2", 6'3", fearless rider, always has a good attitude, and pretty smooth rider indeed. Travis Preston, one of the kids to watch out for as we go back to another Honda rider, and that is your leader, number 14 out of Centerville, Mississippi, on the Honda CRF 450R AMSCO Chaparral Honda, Kevin Windham. Right now, Cameron, almost 7.5 seconds ahead of Chad Reed. Now, Chad's fast, but with just about 6.5, 7 laps to go, can he reel him in 7 seconds?
Well, the question is, are you in the fitness zone? I think both these guys are, but Reed did take a couple seconds off the lead there in that last lap, so he's definitely catching. He still has 7 laps to go.
Well, I think the most important thing for Kevin Windham is not try and ride defensively. Let that thumper just flow and not worry about Chad Reed. But he's going to start passing him on some of these straightaways, Cameron, and then talk about psychological situations.
Well, you definitely are thinking his mechanic's probably telling him that Reed's in 2nd, so he's got to wonder. And if he sees the time start clicking off, that's definitely going to tell him that Reed's catching him. It's definitely going to get in his mind. And the other thing you got to watch out for, there's that triple section. That's a good place to make up time. Lappers can and will be a factor as they move through the pack.
Chad Reed now coming up on some lap riders, but Chad Reed has got a full head of steam. Number 22 out of Dade City, Florida, the Yamaha YZ250. Chad Reed is on the move. His mission, track down number 14, Kevin Windham, here in Minneapolis, and keep his streak alive. If he wins tonight, it's 3 in a row. Stay with us. When we come back to Minneapolis, we'll find out if that man walks away with the prize or if Chad Reed can track it down. There's the running order. Back after this. Back in Minneapolis, Minnesota, this is the 250 main event, and your leader, number 14, Kevin Windham, on board the Honda CRF 450R. The AMSCO Chaparral rider didn't get the cleanest full shot, Cameron, but he made the most of riders bunching up through that very step-on, step-off traction, and he just basically checked out. Chad Reed didn't get the best start, but he's come all the way back from 5th, 6th in the pack to now being on the hunt and sits in 2nd.
Well, the gap right now, last time they were through the finish line area, was 6.8 seconds, so Reed continuing to click some time off, but still you don't see Reed in your picture behind Windham, and there he is, a whole straightaway behind. So, but watch the rhythm section here. Triple.
And he will continue to shave half seconds off there, but you do some quick math, with just about 3-4 laps to go, Chad Reed has to do better. I mean, he's just got to move up quicker. Got it down to 5.5 seconds, Cameron, so crack out the calculator. I think he might come up just a little bit short unless Kevin Windham starts to fade physically.
That or one of the lappers gets in the way. Got by Grant Langston really easily there. Now Tyler Evans in front of him. And And they've lapped up to 13th place, or Kevin has. That's where Tyler Evans is currently sitting.
Number 14 is your leader, Kevin Windham, as we give you the TISO running order. It's Windham, Reed, Villeman, Preston, and Short, the top 5. And there's the gap. Number 22, the aerial master of disaster, Chad Reed, continues to shave seconds off. And once again, as he comes through, the time comes down to 4.3 seconds. So that time he shaved off almost a full second on that lap.
Pressure time, and that section, you watch that rhythm section. Kevin Windham is starting on the right, shifting to the left, and then going back out to the right. Chad Reed is staying all the way right and hitting that triple-triple. That is a huge factor in carrying speed right now.
Chad Reed, one factor, has 2 lappers ahead of him. One is Grant Langston, the other Tyler Evans. Meanwhile, Kevin Windham just moving past number 43, Ryan Clark. And look at Chad Reed now in full frame view of your leader, Kevin Windham. And I think Chad Reed loves this. I mean, if I could get inside you guys' helmet right now, I guarantee he's thinking, this is good. The race is on.
These places coming up are a little bit tougher to pass, to try to go inside out or something maybe in the next bull turn.
3.5 seconds, Cameron. It's come down almost a full second on this lap. As they come around the next time, the white flag will come out, and Chad's really going to have to put the pressure on.
I think he's running out of time here, no matter how fast he's going. Langston pulling over, out of the way.
That did him a huge favor.
It definitely did, and when you see the blue flags out there waving with the stripe cross, this is the line I'm talking about with Windham. Starts right, goes left. Chad just goes, freight trains it through, hits those triple section. I feel like I've been beating that section over and over, but it really is such a key.
White flag is out. The 250 main event is down to 1 lap. Look at Chad Reed bring it in.
The lapper's costing Reed some time. The gap is back up to 4 seconds.
He's got 2 lappers in front of him, and Tyler Evans and Ryan Clark. They're trying to wave him over, but Chad Reed has got to negotiate this rhythm section near perfect. Kevin Windham is through. He'll go off his last jump, take a right, take a left, down the tricky section, and he's home free. So Kevin Windham out of Centerville, Mississippi. I guess his mechanic was right, Cameron. He is back on rhythm.
It's funny, you know, just the littlest things, having to travel to Ohio, not being able to ride the same 3 days you normally do, changing your sessions. He's back on now.
Your winner, 250 main event, number 14, Kevin Windham. Chad Reed will have to settle for second, but what a charge he made. Reed got it down to 2.4 seconds. He just ran out of real estate. And for Kevin Windham, Cameron, the last 2 weeks have been amazing. He gets his 10 points back. He has a terrible finish last week, not happy with his performance, and he comes back here in Minneapolis and keeps the 250 class alive.
5 wins to 3. Right now, the difference is that Kevin not getting seconds every time he doesn't finish on the top spot, and that's what Chad's been doing, keeping it close.
So Kevin Windham does what he has to do, and Chad Reed, well, he does what he has to do. If he's not going to get the first place spot, he's going to grab second and make sure he's continuing to pick up points.
Kevin looking all business and serious, pumping his hands, but definitely focused on the fact that he's got to win more races. A great job tonight and looking very smooth.
So Kevin Windham takes the victory lap here in the Metrodome. Everyone turned out to see 14 and 22 do battle. When we come back, we'll talk to our winner, find out how he did it after this. Welcome back inside the Dome, Minneapolis, Minnesota, at the conclusion of the 250 main event as we take a look at our Honda 250 main event results, and you will see your winner tonight, Kevin Windham, picking up a huge victory, followed by Chad Reed, David Villeman, Travis Preston, and Damon Huffman rounding out the top 5. A good run from Michael Rocco, Andrew Short in there. Nathan Ramsey rounds out the top 10. Then Heath Voss in 11th, Ryan Clark, Tyler Evans in 13th. Grant Langston, a tough night, finishes in 14th place. 20th goes to Nick Way. Right now, let's send it down to Jamie Little.
Well, guys, David Villeman found a home in 3rd place there, David. I know you had a little battle up front, but tell me about the rest of the race.
The race went okay. You know, it was, we got a 5th out of start, and, you know, we battled with Short and Brown, and we kind of lost a lot of time, and, like, Kevin was gone already, and tried past me, and I tried to stay with him, but I kept trying with Brown, and I couldn't pass him, and I lost a lot of time, but it was a good race, and I'm happy for Yamaha, and you know, we have a great bike, and, you know, it's always next week in Atlanta. I like the track. I like the dirt over there. So, you know, I got to give it a try next week.
All right, it's always good to see David Vuillemin up here. It's been a couple weeks.
All right, thank you very much, Jamie. So the Cobra sits in 3rd place, and Cameron, I think he hit it on the head. He got tangled up with Michael Byrne for a while, cost him some time. Chad Reed got away from him, and there's nothing he can do when Chad Reed is on the gas. Right now, let's send it back down to Jamie.
Well, this is one place that Chad Reed doesn't like to be in, that's 2nd. Chad, tell me about the race.
You know, I got a really good start, and just didn't make passes earlier on, and you know, Kevin made passes right away, and you know, deserved the win. And you know, I was 2nd best tonight. I want to thank all the guys at Yamaha and the guys at Bridgestone, Thor, Putts and Limit, and the crowd here tonight was a great crowd. So you know, it was a good weekend. I got, you know, 2nd best points, so that's the main thing.
All right, Chad, are your eyes okay? I saw you kind of lifting your helmet up there.
Yeah, they're fine. You know, I just got a little dirt and made it a little tough, but you know, no excuses. Kevin had a great race, and we'll be strong next week.
Oh, Chad Reed, the consummate champion right there, and it all culminates, as I've said before, in Las Vegas, Nevada, the official destination of Supercross. As we take a look at the standings right now, first off for the AMA, Chad Reed, no reason to hang your head. You still got a sizable point lead over Kevin Windham. And as we take a look at the World Supercross GP, Damon Huffman, the Diesel, showing him how it's done. But right now, let's send it back down to the track. Jamie Little standing by with our winner.
All right, K-Dub up here again, his 3rd win of the year. Kevin, I got to ask you, though, is it hard when you're up front? Is it hard to keep that pace the whole time when you don't have anybody directly racing you?
Yeah, you know, everybody was doing a good job of keeping me in check and knowing where Chad was the whole race. Got through a couple lappers at times, kind of didn't want to push too hard to get through him. I didn't want to make a mistake and go down. And fortunately, at that point, I had a cushion where I could do that. You know, Chad, I don't know where he was on the start, but as soon as I got up to lead, I tried my best to check out. Fortunately, I was able to do that, and therefore I could cruise a little bit at the end of the race.
Tell me about your start.
Well, it was good. I didn't get the whole shot, but I was up there in striking position. Wanted to get to the lead as quickly as I could. Fortunately, was able to do that, I think, before the lap was up. And from there on, just trying to check out. Luckily, I was able to do that.
Once again, not a bead of sweat on this guy's face.
All right, thank you very much, Jamie. Next week, we're going to Atlanta, Georgia. There you see the times that you can watch the show on ESPN2. So that wraps up our night in Minneapolis. Chad Reed gets 2nd. Cameron, at the top of the show, you said Kevin Windham would probably have to be the guy to step up and knock him down.
Definitely, no one else has really shown the speed other than maybe David Vuillemin, but he needs some consistency, and he needs to wake it up a little bit sooner. I'm stoked, though, because Kevin Windham is making the battle tighter. If they can keep going out like this, should be fun going all the way to Las Vegas.
So Kevin Windham picks up the victory. Chad Reed will get 2nd, and David Vuillemin grabs 3rd. Chad spending some time with the fans here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It has been a great one. On behalf of Jamie Little and Cameron Steele, I'm Todd Harris saying good night from the Metrodome in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. Your winner from Minneapolis, Kevin Windham. Good night, everybody.